Well, welcome to all our listeners. This is Crypto Basic. I'm sorry, this is Crypto Basic with Dr. Kant. And what we do here is we
That
pose
is Divya
questions to Dr.
Swami. She
Kant.
keeps forgetting to introduce herself, but that is Divya Swami. I'm very thankful to her.
Well, well, thank you. So what we do on Crypto Basic is that we look at questions our listeners pose to us, filter them down, and we ask Dr. Kant what these questions mean, what are the implications in the world of crypto and in our current situation. Dr. Kant is an expert in cryptocurrencies, and he's always happy to be with us and answer all our questions. Dr. Kant, your question for today is, Google suggests that Bitcoins were one of the most highly searched keywords in this year. So how accurate do you think are information portals out there feeding people information about Bitcoins? Because the moment there is a rise in people searching for information about cryptocurrencies, that means that a lot of information portals would germinate. So how relevant do you think is information available to people?
Well, let me put it this way, Divya. There, like everything in the world, you're saying, are there good people and bad people? Oh, yes. And the answer is yes. So are there places where you can get good information about Bitcoins? Yes. Are there places that might give you bad information about Bitcoins? Also, yes. So hopefully Google search engine does a good job of putting in front of you the ones that are more legitimate upfront, right? By now, we all have, and you can make out, you can when you the fact that Google is saying Bitcoin is one of the most searched terms is not surprising, because globally everybody wants to know what this Bitcoin thing is, so they'll go into Google and type what is Bitcoin. So that becomes the most highly searched term, and it's vital because we talk about it. It's on the radio. Bitcoin went up to 1,000, you ignore it. 2,000, you ignore it. 3,000, you ignore it. By the time it says 10,000, you say, what the heck is a Bitcoin? So the typing, so it's curiosity, virality, questions, whatever. So everybody's searching for it. And when you search for them, actually, let's do the search. That's no better than actually doing the search. So what if we actually do the search and we go to Google and we type a Bitcoin, and what do we get? Well, the first thing that comes out is a price, and then the stories, resumes Bitcoin payments, Bitcoin open source. Okay, I would probably go to Wikipedia, and that's where I'll start. And then Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, worldwide payment system, decentralized, da. So, and then probably, knowing me, the right brain guy, I'll probably go to videos and then I'll probably see what a Bitcoin is, so just go through a few videos and read a few things. So so there are many good sources of information. So by the time you go through a few of these and talk to a few of your friends, you'll have a good idea. And that's how you filter out the wrong sites and misinformation, is you look for commonality of information. That's really how I learned about Bitcoin. Somebody sat down with me and told me about Bitcoin. And then I went online to YouTube and watched a lot of videos. And then started reading quite a bit and listening to podcasts. And within a short while, I knew what a Bitcoin was. So that's really what I recommend to people, is start talking to people, start listening to them, and spend $10 and buy a Bitcoin. Get yourself a wallet, buy a Bitcoin, $10, $20. Really? Isn't it $15,000 or whatever to buy a Bitcoin? Yeah, that's one whole Bitcoin. That's like saying $1. But dollar has 100 cents. Just like that, a Bitcoin is made up of smaller pieces. I think they call centibits, millibits, and you can go all the way down to 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin called Satoshi. Of course, nobody will probably go there, but it can be divided into multiple pieces. So you can buy for 1 cent, 10 cents, $1, $10 are all possible. You can have that fraction of a Bitcoin. So take $10, $20, just buy a Bitcoin. Get to understand this. Just play with it. Just use it, right, in whatever way you can. So that's what my recommendation would be on how to, get to understand Bitcoin. Not just read about it, listen to it, watch it, Google it, but also just do it. It's not that complicated. The best way to learn is to buy a Bitcoin or a fractional Bitcoin. And am I promoting it as an investment? Nobody knows that. Nobody can predict the future. Even the ones that are telling you, is the likelihood of Bitcoin surviving today greater than it was yesterday or 1 year back or 8 years back? Definitely, yes. At that time, it was small, very few people believed in it, but now it's huge, 200 billion valuation. A lot of people using it, the coin valuation has gone up. So today, the chances of its survival is hundreds of times better than it was 5 years ago, right? So it's stronger and more likely to survive, but no guarantees still, and definitely not a guarantee that the value will hold. So those are all caveats for you. Okay.
Well, I hope that was a useful snippet for our early adopters and those still speculating whether to venture into the Bitcoin arena or not. Again, a disclaimer here: we're not an advising or an advisory organization. We're just here to bridge the crypto divide for all of us to be aware of what cryptocurrencies are and to have technology that's accessible to everyone. Thank you, Dr. Kant. And would you tell our listeners about how they could go about reviewing us?
Yes, please. Please, if you like this stuff, please share it like crazy. And please go to iTunes and Google Play and rate us. And hopefully, if you liked it, you'll rate us very well. And thank you in advance. Also, share it like crazy with people. But also send us your questions. If there are questions you would like to see being answered on this, you feel that, hey, these questions need to be answered. It's not easy to find an answer for this. Or whatever, you want to hear the answer from us. info@cryptonites.io. info@cryptonites.io. Please send your questions in. Thank you. And thank you, Divya.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kant.